Let's go through my third weekly workout. I call it cable stable. Okay, cable stable because I usually do it in a gym. I usually do it with a cable machine. I am not courageous enough to put the camera up in the gym and film myself and talk, so I'll just do it here. But again, maybe it's actually a good thing because I came up with some, substitution exercise using resistance bands so that it's even easier for people that do not have access to a gym or younger kids that are under 14 here in Denmark. They're not allowed to go to the gym to do the same type of exercise without having to pay an insane amount on a gym membership. Now, cable stable. This is my first exercise. I am gonna set the cable up on a high platform. Okay, ideally in the gym, of course, it's a high position. Let's hope it holds. Now, in this case, I am gonna roll it around my hand, hold it with two hands. Then I am gonna kneeling down. Okay, kneeling position on the higher stance. Okay, so I have the cable on a high spot. I have my back knee, so the knee that is closer to the machine, the knee that is closer to the hook is up, the front knee is down. I am gonna lock my core, I'm gonna lock my abs, my hips, just strong, contract the abs, contract the glutes, contract the hips, and then pull and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get to 10. In the gym with the cable machine, it's kind of complicated to keep the elbow raised, chicken wing style. So usually the way that I learned it from, again, functional training, Mike Boyle kind of program, it was okay from the cable being up here, bring it up to the chest, and then pull it down to the ground. So it's basically a two-part movement. Then it becomes one when you do it fluidly. Okay, so it's up to the chest to the ground and back, up, chest, ground, ground, and up. Okay, so basically with the cable, the movement would look something like that. Okay, so I would do between 8 and 12 reps depending on the weight. Then I will turn around, roll around the opposite hand, kneel down, lock, and then 10 more. Again, elbow raised and stop at the bottom. Elbow raised, stop at the bottom. Okay, I'm trying not to move the hips and the glutes and the core. I am just turning the upper body and the shoulders. So I'm training the stability in the core while feeling the separation angle between the shoulders and the hips. Okay, then again, between 8 and 12. I am gonna couple this with two exercises. The first exercise is a wall sit, okay, basic wall sit. Again, it's good for stability in the quads. Once again, as I said on the stretching videos, this is not the gospel, meaning it's not the Bible. It's not something that, if I do it in a certain way, it is to be done exactly the same way. I just know my body. I got to know my body at decent level, and if I do not do my strength exercise for the front part of the legs, and if I don't do my wall sits, then I start getting some tendonitis in the knee. So that's why I am doing more wall sit. Wall sit basic, sitting on the wall, 90 degrees, 90 degrees between the leg, between the upper leg and the lower leg, 90 degrees with the back, strong core, relax the hands. That's variation number 1. I will set the timer, 1 minute, and then stop. Okay. Variation number 2 for the wall sit would be having a ball, having something. I have a bag of clothes here, and just squeeze it in between the legs as hard as possible with the with the quads, but then that is gonna activate the inner thighs muscle. Okay, and then as you hold it, you squeeze. Option number 3, to work on the shoulders. could be, I usually have a weighted bar. You know, it doesn't need to be super heavy, between 10, 12, 15 kilos, you know, the ones that they have at the gym that are already pre-made, you know. Otherwise, you can just get 2 liter weights, get in the wall sit, and then what I usually do, I hold it and then I raise it. Once again, holding position, stabilizing the core, stabilizing the shoulders, stabilizing the scapulas, and then I bring it back when I get tired, and then I pull it up again. So it's basically, I mean, when you're done doing 1 minute in this position with a 15 kilos bar up here on top, everything is burning, but it's good burn. Okay, so as soon as I'm done with my minute wall sit, then I will do again the same exercise at the top, cable stable, pull down and hold, then I do the wall sit, then I do the cable, then I do the wall sit. 3 sets, same exercise 3 times. Done with the first round. Now the second round. Second round, I have attached a cable, a resistance band at the bottom of the door. If you have the cable machine that you can regulate, you can put it at the lowest spot. In this case, the cable is down. I'm gonna put the knee that is closest to the cable down toward the hook, toward the whatever, you know, toward the place where the cable is coming from. Yes, and then from this position, once again, basal maneuver, stabilize, get strong, pull the air out and down, and hold, pull and hold, from low to high, and hold. And same idea, okay, if you do it with the cable machine, it would be from down and back to the chest and out, to the chest and down, to the chest and up, to the chest and down. All right, but once again, we are working on the rotation while stabilizing the core. Yes. I'm done with the cable low to high. I'm done with the wall sit. The next exercise that I'm gonna couple with the cable moving from low to high, it's called the Copenhagen plank. It's an exercise I started doing to strengthen the inner thighs, especially when playing on clay, on grass, on slippery surfaces. It's important for tennis players to have strong inner thighs, strong pelvis muscles, so that you don't pull anything around that area, right? So what it looks like, I have a chair. At the gym, you can use a bench, you can use anything, you can use a partner to keep your leg up. There are a bazillion YouTube videos that are a lot better than this one that explain how the Copenhagen plank is made. Oh, my body. All right. And basically, I will put 1 foot on top of the chair. The farther forward, like the farther into the chair, into the bench I go, the easier it is. The farther out, the harder it gets. Okay. Now, just for demonstration purposes, I will keep it somewhere halfway. I get in a strong side plank position, pull the butt up, and then pull the legs up. Stay in a strong, tall position, forward with the butt, up with the head, and then I go up and down with my leg 10 times, and when I'm done with the 10th, then I will just hold it until I can no more. And then I will, of course, turn around and do the same exact thing. In the meantime, Djokovic has won his match. Congrats to him. I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but yes, same idea. Nice and tall, up with the head, up and down 10 times, and then hold. Good. Then I will do the cable low to high again, and then again the Copenhagen plank, then again, and then again. 3 sets, 3 times. Now, an extra thing, okay? Of course, you can vary, you can adjust the weight, you can adjust the speed of the execution. one thing that I like to adjust every third week, like I adjust the weight and the amount of reps and kind of my target, okay, what I'm working for in the gym, is this on my two, especially on the cable stable workout, okay? Instead of keeping the knee down, I will get, yes, in the kneeling position, but then after contracting everything, I will lift up and get in a lunging position. So I'm lunging, stabilizing with the legs, stabilizing with the core, and then from here, and hold, and hold, and hold. So in this case, I am strengthening the core, I am working on my rotation, but I'm also using the legs as stabilizers. And guess what? When you look at it like that, it does look a lot alike an open stance ground throw, right? So if you get strong in that position, if you get good balance, you might be better at tennis. So yes, hope it makes sense. So once again, what I do 3 weeks in which my cable stable workout is with the knee in a stable position, and then I focus more on the stability. And then on the next 3 weeks, I do it with the knee lifted up. So I work more on like this, like it's just different in this case. It's different, it's harder, so I do less reps with higher weight, and then I work more on power in a sense. But I know technically this is not power. Just in my mind, I'm differentiating the exercises every 3 weeks to keep it interesting and keep my calendar in line. So I hope it makes sense. So what I'm doing with the cable stable, up to down, down to up, alternating with the wall sit, alternating with the Copenhagen plank. Let me know if you have any questions, and we go from there.